All right, I think we are live. Welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the Snake Pit here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Today is the 5th of July, which is a national holiday observed for hangovers and meat comas.
Oh, meat
Joined
coma.
with my co-host Dakota. What up, Dakota?
Dude, you're not the only one at the beach today. Down here from dirty Florida, Fernandina Beach. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of it. It's a real pretty little beach. Working back on the road. This is getting old, but it's not, it's not for the faint of heart. Oh, I'm at the hotel again, but we're still going to make it happen. Dude, we went road racing. You ever just like be at a party? You're at a party and you're like, I want to go home. Like, I'm over it. I'm fucking over it. It's like, I'm just going to leave. And you just Irish goodbye. You don't say nothing to nobody. You go get in your car and you just fucking leave.
Yep.
That's about where I think I feel with road course racing. But hell, we still got to talk about it. We went to Road America and we got a fucking alumni of the show in Victory Lane. Reddick is in Victory Lane. We got to break it down. Let's get it started.
Let's do it. What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in. Rock flag and eagle.
I've never seen a more appropriate intro in my fucking life.
Yep. Rock flag and motherfucking eagle.
Dude, hell yeah.
You like the drip?
Dude, look,
They call it.
look at those duds, bro. Yeah, that looks fucking good, man. RCR hat with a matching T-Red shirt. Ugh. Dude,
Been waiting on this combo. Been waiting on it.
And like the time has finally come, and it's like I like seeing guys get their first win at like iconic raceways, Daytona, Darlington, Atlanta, something like historic. But like, yeah, he wanted Road America. Like, all right. I mean, hey, a win's a win. I'll take it.
I mean, it was 4th of July weekend.
4th of July weekend.
Yeah,
I'll take it. I'm happy for Red Dog. I mean, we got so much to talk about, but just like, okay, yeah, good for that crowd. I'm happy for that crowd. But man, Reddick finally gets it done, and it's like long overdue.
And something, we've both been busy today, but I do want to get this clipped. When you were interviewing him on the show, what was that, like a couple months ago, probably?
Yeah.
He did mention that he was looking forward to the road course races this year.
Yeah. When he was on the episode, all he was talking about was like, I'm really looking forward to the road courses with this new car. And it's like, how ironic. Like, did lightning strike? Like, if only it could have been the next weekend. But
I mean, he was hyping this race up like all week leading up to it on Twitter. He really seemed into it.
Yeah.
Not to mention the craziest part of all of this, I think, is your buddy, what was his name? Vince on Twitter?
Yeah, Vince. Yeah.
I mean, straight up called that shit. What was that, like Monday or something?
Yeah, he said Reddick's gonna win this weekend.
And he just said, I got a feeling. Like that was it. So
yeah. Dude, if you are not following Vince Brandt on Twitter, you need to, because whoever he's betting on is who you need to bet on, dude.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He posts his bet slips after every race too, and like I'm like, dude, take my money, please.
Yeah. I mean, I think he might like have a sports almanac for the future. Like Back to the Future did. I think he's got something like that.
He needs to start a Discord.
Yeah, I would join.
Yeah.
What up, Nick?
What up, Nick, dude? What's up, baby boy? Happy anniversary, my sir.
Hey. Yeah. So that's pretty much the episode. We can wrap it up now, right?
Yeah, I think that will wrap it up. Reddick gets it done. Beats the fuck out of fuckboy for at his own medicine at road course racing. I mean, where do we jump off here? Do we automatically talk about Reddick? Do we talk about NASCAR at road course racing? Do we talk about the future? Do we talk about Bubba sending it backwards in every turn he goes in? Felt watching Mr. Perfect himself spin every other corner. Alumni C-Bun. I know I have trouble watching.
Yeah, I guess we can first dive into you getting some Twitter heat.
Oh, man.
This weekend.
I think Sunday morning I started a Twitter war between the realist and the ignorant. It seems like there's either you love Bubba Wallace or you can't stand Bubba Wallace. And I was just putting the writing on the table. And I was talking, one of our buddies, Ian from Stock Car Spectacle, was talking about Bubba Wallace's pit crew fucks him every week. And I was like, well, not only does Bubba Wallace's pit crew fuck him, so does Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, I think it was like he has the worst pit crew, fucks him over every weekend, and you were like, yeah, so does the driver. Something
yeah,
like that.
I said, so does the driver. And immediately all the anime kids jumped in there with their pitchforks.
You should have known better.
Oh, I know. I knew what I was asking for. And they jumped in with all these excuses on why other drivers spun out. And I was like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Bubba Wallace and in the 23 team. I'm not talking about who else spun out at what track. And it's like, that's such a lame ass defense. Like, oh, but well, so did somebody else. It's like, no, that's not what I said. And dude, how many times has Bubba Wallace spun out? And literally, this is before the Road America race. And Bubba gets dumped by Joey Logano, making a dumbass move into the gravel. And I was like, oh, well, he got wrecked, but still he got wrecked. And then Bubba selling it into one like 10 laps later, just fucking losing it back in the gravel. And I was like, seriously. So the Bubba Wallace fandom loves to blame his pit crew. And I will admit, his pit crew fucking sucked. They are trash. Yeah, they ruined. They've brought some bullets to races this year. They've had the winning car. They've had great cars, and they have fucked themselves as much time as they haven't. And then also, when they didn't fuck up on pit road, Bubba seems to be spinning out and fucking putting it in the fence, if not getting spun by other people. Thank you, Connor. And so at this point in the season, they finally said enough's enough. They sacrificed Christopher Bell's crew to the Wolves and sent them over packing over to the 23 team. And poor Christopher Bell is getting Bubba Wallace's team. Bless his heart. Christopher Bell will not make the playoffs as this day forward.
Yeah,
I think that's a given.
It's a wild move considering it's a guy that's literally competing to make
on
it
the
in
playoff bubble.
I mean, he's right on the cusp.
Christopher Bell, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck, dude? Like, it's a little wild.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the move there was. Yeah, he's right on the cusp, and apparently this is the worst pit crew in all of NASCAR, which is collectively what everyone's agreed. So they're giving it to a guy that's right on the cusp to make the playoffs and switching that out for Bubba, who's, what is he, like, behind Ty Dillon in points right now? I mean,
yeah, I think, what's he, like, 23rd, the 23 and 23rd or something? That's a thing they're going for?
I guess, yeah.
23 and 23. I bet that's a hashtag.
25th in points, right above Ty Dillon and beneath Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Unless he gets a win, I mean, there's no chance of him making the playoffs. Christopher Bell, on the other hand, is in contention. He could make the playoffs.
Hey, people like to talk about speed teams, this and that. In the regular season standings, Justin Haley's beating Bubba Wallace in points. Michael McDowell is beating Bubba.
And I mean, I think Nathan makes a good point. It's not much of an upgrade. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, honestly, the 22, like, if we're going to break down teams real quick, the 20 has shown so much speed. Like, they got like 2 or 3 poles. They've been up there. And then when it's like after the first stage, they're like, oh, we did all we could do. And they just fucking vanish. I know he's got like 10 top 10s, I think. Like, he's plugged away at some, but I mean, Christopher Bell has been irrelevant almost.
So this is also what I would bring up. What if he makes it to the playoffs now with
and like they click off the fastest pit times, and then Christopher Bell's team's like, fuck this dude, and they fuck up and like miss wheels and shit.
I mean, it would go to helping your argument big time. I mean, it wouldn't be an argument anymore. It would be like the same team came in and helped see.
Well, that's what I said in a group message today. I said, so what happens when Bubba's new pit crew fucks up? Then what is it? Like, is the 23 car cursed? Or what happens when they're doing money stops and Bubba wrecks every week? What's the excuse now?
No, I do like this because it does take away the excuse. Like, I actually really like this. It sucks for Seabell, but I like that they won't have an excuse anymore. And look, if he gets Seabell's pit crew and just goes on a tear, like gets a win, gets a top 10, like starts clicking it off, you know what? I guess they were fucking right. It's the cursed pit crew from hell. But I like this. I like this. It takes away any excuse anybody has.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I can't wait for the next, stretch going to the playoffs here to see how the 23 team turns it around. I imagine they'll bring some fast cars, and I'd love to see, does Bubba conquer from here, or does he still sit in his little realm of 23rd in points?
Yeah. I mean, my honest opinion is that's where he belongs. I mean, I've always said that about Bubba. Like, that's kind of the level of talent I've seen from him.
It's Twitter's such a fucking weird place, man, because it's like, yo, I'm just stating facts here. I'm talking the obvious. I would say the same about a handful of drivers. Yeah, dude, that's just what they are. Bubba is Bubba. Bubba going Bubba. It's like, oh no, you're racist. No, it has nothing. Whoa, it's not what I said. Even kids in those comment sections in the war were bringing that up, and I was like, that's not what I said.
Oh
dude.
my god, that's the worst.
I'm talking about the race car driver here. Like, what are we talking about?
I mean, the fact that you don't like Bubba has nothing to do with the fact that you're racist. The fact that you're racist has everything to do with the fact that you're racist. Exactly. That's a totally different thing.
But yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, that's a never-ending fucking argument with.
They caught you, dude. Kids. They caught you red-handed. You secretly have been a racist the whole time.
These dumb ass kids. But I think that's enough Bubba hate for today. I'm talking about it. Hey, Bubba, we wish you the best and have fun at the banquet in Nashville in the fall when you're watching everybody else on stage.
Oh.
Ooh. And if Bubba makes the playoffs, I will eat my words. I honestly think he could win this week. These little speedway races.
Well, that's the thing. We're talking all this shit that he's terrible, but he really has good fucking equipment. We know the team.
He brings rockets.
They're bringing equipment to the track that you can win with. So if everything works out, I mean, he can get a win. Let's just be honest here.
Yeah. So that's the thing, dude. It's like, I like Bubba in the car. And so I hear his fucking mic and everything. It's like, I want to see the little 23 team do good. I like seeing them do good. But then you see an interview and you see the bullshit he talks and you hear him talking shit to his crew and you're like, dude, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I think what you're saying pretty much lines up with Nathan right there. He's like, it would be cool to see them win. I mean, it's Michael Jordan's team. They have sick paint schemes, sweet sponsors. He's all over media all the time. It would potentially be good for the sport. Yeah. But the fact is, I just don't think he has the talent to back it up.
I was watching practice on was it Saturday morning? I think it was Saturday or Friday. And they interviewed Bubba talking about what he said about his crew. And he was sitting there chewing gum with a stupid fucking haircut and his shades, acting like he was all cocky and shit. And I was like, dude, you're such a douchebag. You could just be cool. And you act all scared and humble on Twitter. And I was like, you're such a fucking douche. I don't see his interviews. I'm like, fuck that guy, dude.
I've said that since day one, dude. He seems like a piece of shit. And I don't care what color he is or any, I think he's an asshole. I've always said that about him. He seems like an asshole. And I don't like him off the track. That being said, I agree with what
Nathan on the track said. When he's doing good, I'm like, okay, Bubba, come on, let's see it. Hey, we're not talking about Kurt. Kurt's got to win. Kurt's in the fucking playoffs. Kurt's kicking ass, clucking off top fives. Why aren't we talking? 23-11's woes. Kurt's doing fine.
Right.
So what's the problem?
Kurt did exactly what you hired him to do, get you a win and get in the playoffs, because it's what he will do every single season.
Yeah.
Regardless of what team he's with. That's just what he does.
Kurt don't miss, boy.
We said that when they hired him. We're like, okay, you're guaranteed to make the playoffs now because he's going to get a win.
Yeah.
And that's what he did.
Yeah. And I think there was a spotlight on both teams. Kurt's putting that fucking nail in the coffin, and all that spotlight's turning right to Bubba and turning right to the 23 team hey, what are you doing?
I mean, while we're bitching about Bubba and the 23-11 and the difference between Kurt and Bubba, I got to bring it up because it's relevant to right now. Tyler Reddick got his first win, first of all. We're going to dive into the race. But I'm going to be hard on Bubba. I got to be hard on my boy, Austin Dillon. You know what I mean? It's only fair.
I didn't want to address
he's in the same
in the room
position. Technically, he's not because he still has more points than Bubba. But he's in the same type of position.
He's also got 3 wins.
Where, he actually has wins, multiple wins in his career. But he's in the same situation, right? Where it was his team. RCR is his team. 23-11 was Bubba's team. And now somebody else has come in, taking essentially the same equipment.
That's a good comparison, honestly.
And one has a win and is in the playoffs, and one still is not. And without a win, isn't making it into the playoffs. So if I'm going to be hard on Bubba in 23-11, I got to do it to my boy Austin Dillon with RCR. He's got to put something together, man. He's got to. It's not a good look right now.
And I can't remember which group chat it was in this weekend, but I was like, dude, like I think we all kind of like Austin. It is what it is.
That's a
and
first.
it's the
I think
3.
everybody used to hate him.
Well, I think people are half and half.
Do you
but
think
it's
people
like,
don't hate him as much anymore because he just like?
I think he's come
relevant?
around. It's come around. But it's like, at what point do we cut the cord here?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly it too. Especially, and I don't think this is. I think this is the first of many. I think Reddick is arriving on that stage,
And
if
so
Reddick,
if
Reddick
that's
starts
another
plugging
thing.
off, like if Reddick gets on a roll here, dude, is like, hey Austin, what you doing, man?
The
And
sky is the
Austin's having his moments.
Yeah, look, like I said, I mean, Austin's doing better than Bubba in points and everything. He's 19th in points. So, like, he has to win to get in, but he's not, like, totally out of it. He has been competitive this year, on and off. But, yeah, I mean, it's just it's not a good look because Tyler's so much younger and the ceiling for him is so high right now. Sky's the limit. I mean, everybody knew when this guy came into Cup, he was one of the most talented young drivers, and now he's proven it with the win. It's like, I don't know, Austin, you're like halfway through your career now. Like, what's going on, man?
Austin's like in his 9th season. I think next year's his 10th season.
I'd have to double check.
I think 2013, Nathan, correct me. I think 2013 was his rookie year.
He said people were worried he would shine. People were worried he would shine in that 3. No one was worried he would shine. Everyone knew when he went to the 3 that he was like tarnishing the name and the brand, and he's terrible. He didn't.
I hated that argument because I was like, dude, I'm so honored to see that 3 back on the track.
That's how I always was.
That's how I was like, dude, yeah, I don't care who's in it. I get to see a 3 car on the track.
Right.
Not like, don't run it. Ooh, voodoo and spooky. Right. Like, no. Like, I get to see that 3 car on the track. Like, little tear gets in my eyes sometimes. When he won Texas, man, I was like, burn it down, Austin. Burn it down, dude. Even if it's been few and far between, give it Austin. But when Austin wins and burns it down, dude, a little piece of me is like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, fuck yeah, dude.
Right. I mean, I've always been in that camp, obviously. I'm an Austin Hill fan. I always wanted to see the 3 come back. I was happy when it did. I liked how they used the same font and everything. Like, I want to see it back on the track. I don't like numbers being retired, shit like that.
That's a joke. That's a fucking joke.
When people try to bring up that argument, I'm like, come on, dude. You're not a real race fan. Like, that's not a thing. And
this goes like, this sport's can go on past me and you. Like, what are we just?
It should go on.
Run these 10 numbers.
It should go on. It should be remembered. You like, what if they're not going to retire the number 2 after Rusty, but you know what I mean? Like, we had a whole new generation with Brad K in the number 2. Like, there's different drivers that do different things in these numbers.
It's like, if anything, it's honor. It's like a passing of the guard.
Yeah. Yeah, and like his
Austin's been kicking ass in them Xfinity booths. Like, they were subbing in on Fox, doing the little Xfinity broadcast. He's got his USA show. I'm just saying, like, is there some writing on the wall here? Like, how much longer is Austin going to go on? Is he take the Greg Biffle approach and just like, I'm done, whatever, or didn't get a ride, and how long does RCR like Richard Childress keep on this charade? Does he sit there and race 20 years in this 3 car and we put up with this? Or does Austin not like, hey, you got like 2 more seasons, bro. If we don't get some results, like we got to do something else. 2014?
Yeah, I think it was 2014 actually.
Okay. I may be mistaken.
But either way, yeah, so what, 8 seasons now? I don't know. It's been a while. I don't know. It's a weird situation because it does seem like his grandfather's just kind of like, hey, however long you want the ride, you got it, which is cool as a grandpa. I wish I.
It's obvious, but it's like, hey, man, I don't know.
You're running a race team. I know it's your family, but like at a certain point, Tyler Reddick's winning. Things are looking good.
And here's the thing: it's like it's either Austin continues and retires in the 3, or like gets out and someone else comes in it, or like Austin's done. There's no like, does Austin Dillon join another team? Like, there's no talk of
right.
Like, that'll never happen.
No,
like Austin is either going to retire and like go to the booth and someone else comes to the 3, or like it's over. Like, there's no Austin joins at RFK.
I think obviously he has this season, but if he goes all next season winless,
ooh, that's a good point.
That's when you need to have that real.
And that's another thing. It's like, I don't want to see like results are what matters. Is I don't want to see them drag out. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. I never even, that's not gonna happen. But can you fucking imagine?
People's minds
Can you
would melt.
fucking imagine, dude? Like, oh, dude. Oh my god, that would be such a cowboyish move.
Right.
Like that. Like, and you think RCR like that would never happen? But
I
just
hate-
think.
I
Just
hate
think,
and
like,
love
if
that.
Kyle came into Richard Childress was like, "Hey man, I'm done with Joe Gibbs. I'm done with that over there. Really like what you got going on over here." And Richard's like, "God damn it, you got yourself a deal." And Richard puts him in the 3, and like NASCAR just stock plummets.
I would hate it and love it at the same time.
I know. I would be a Cowboys fan.
I would stick with the 3. I mean, I'm ride or die, man. Like that's my boy.
2-time champion, motherfucker. Start talking Kyle Busch stats.
Dude, I become like worse than Dalton Good about Kyle
Oh
Busch.
my god.
What happens to Dalton Good then? Is he a 3 fan all of a sudden?
Oh fuck! I wish he was here, dude. So that's a fun joke. But here's another thing: is like how long does Richard Childress put up with this? Just
Right.
do you just find it? Bass Pro keeps sponsoring this crap, or is like when do we put like a hey? You got to the end of 23 to like show us something, and you know. What's going on here? There's all these young guns in the Xfinity Series looking for a seat, and Austin Dillon's just kind of sitting here doing his TV shows and shit. It's like, dude, we need some money on the table. Austin Hill's coming up. Noah Gragson's looking for a fucking ride. It's like, fucking Sheldon Creed. I think that 2 cars got a fucking curse all of a sudden because I think Sheldon's just been fucking plagued in the Xfinity Series. Is like, dude, I mean, does RCR go back to 3 cars? I don't think that's the move. I don't know. Sponsored money talked. But it's like, at what point do you put somebody else in that 3 car?
I mean, I said my dream. I said that on Twitter because Junior is talking about how they want to go to Cup.
Yeah.
And obviously my dream is to combine the Earnhardt name and the Childress name finally and make like an Earnhardt Childress Racing or, you know, some combination of that and then bring back the 29. And have the 3, the 8, and the 29 with Earnhardt involved.
I don't know. I think I would cry.
I know. How sick would that be, right?
Put Noah Gragson in the
exactly.
Earnhardt Childress Bass Pro 29.
No, it would be perfect in the 29 with Bass Pro. I mean,
dude, that's the thing too, is I could totally see something like that happening. And oh my god. I think you take half the fan base. You take half the fan base with you right there.
I mean, I think it would never happen specifically because of Junior.
Yeah.
I don't know their relationship, but I mean, I know that he went to Hendrick. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he's never really. It doesn't seem like he has any interest in
he
working
ran
with
that like one-off fucking RCR Xfinity race with the Wrangler deal.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. I mean, that might just be.
I think they're just more like, hey, bud.
I think that's like a Chevy thing, and also like obviously they've been family friends since forever.
We're gonna make a shit ton of money. I think that's what that was.
That's what they needed because they would make a shit ton of money, dude.
Hey, we're gonna make a fucking shit ton of money. They go to NASCAR. NASCAR's like, oh yeah. No, you're good. You're past inspection. You're good.
Yeah, he's much closer to Rick Hendrick. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know what the situation there is.
And that's the thing is, they keep teasing the rumors with like Junior Motorsports going Cup racing. They want to, but they can't. It's like that just becomes a 23-11 Hendrick team. Like that's all that would be.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That's exactly what that looks like.
And then why isn't Noah getting the pit stops he needs? Well, because he's white. Like I don't know. But dude, and that's the thing is, who knows what's to tell in the next 2, 3, 4 years. But it's like you put Austin quits. They revamp Fox. Austin goes to the Fox booth, gives a more modern perspective on the cars and what's going on in the sport. And you put Noah G in the 3 with Bass Pro, with Noah's personality and his crazy ass fan base. I think there's something there.
Yeah, I think there is something there.
I think there's something there. Noah's, everybody likes Noah.
He's got the right attitude.
Maybe not this past weekend with his antics, but Noah.
That's a good point. People fucking hate him right now.
I think Noah in the 3 car is like something that could definitely have some mojo.
Yeah, I mean, the attitude fits, driving style, the sponsorship, Chevy.
That's an easy swap there.
And I think seem like it all.
Noah's Cup ready. I think Noah's he's next in line for going Cup racing, and I think Bass Pro sticks with him. Like they've had that replaced Boyer with 83. Oh my god. Yeah, that's literally a good comparison.
Yeah,
83 is the new Boyer.
I would probably rather listen to Austin. It got so bad this season with.
Oh, you meant the booth? I meant his career.
Oh, no, I was talking about in the booth.
I think both are very similar.
Boyer's probably more accomplished.
Oh yeah, but I meant like just kind of there. They're just kind of out there.
At this point, he's becoming like an Eric Almirola.
Very good comparison.
Move Reddick to the 3, Noah to the 8. I
don't like that stuff. I don't like that he has like a couple years with this number, and then we'll just move him over to this.
I was just gonna say I like Reddick in the 8.
Like Ricky Stenhouse. Well, that doesn't really count. Who
yeah.
do they do? They didn't know with Alex Bowman. That shit bothered the fuck out of me. Wait, he ran like 2 or 3 years in the 88. Junior retires, or 2 years per se, and then we're just gonna change him to the 48. Like I always thought, if I was an Alex Bowman fan, you know how fucking mad I'd be. Like I've been buying diecast shirts, hoodies. 88. Like I was a Junior fan, now I'm a Bowman fan, and then Johnson retires and they just switch him to the 48. And it was like, what the fuck?
It makes sense if you get traded to a different team, something like that. But if you're on the same fucking team, like I agree with you. I don't see
that move always annoyed the fuck.
You might as well stay with your number, man.
Like, and what I heard was Ally wanted to sponsor Bowman, but they wanted the 48, not the 88. Like they're like, we want our number to be 48. Because all their Ally shit was already 48. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Switching numbers within the team bothers the fuck out of me. Like if Austin retires and they move Reddick to 3, that will just be annoying as shit.
I agree. That would actually kind of annoy me a little bit. I want Reddick to stay with the 8, and I hope he wins a championship in the 8 and creates a whole legacy for himself in the 8. He doesn't need to be in the 3.
And NBC killed the broadcast. The 8 back in victory lane since 2008, 7, 6, something like what Junior's last win at Richmond. What year was that? 2008? No, 2007. God damn, what year was that? 2006?
You're better at years than I am. I don't.
Oh, it was Richmond, I know. It's badass race version. Nathan. But yeah, the 8 car back in victory lane. I know it's a little different. 3 cheese first win. And that badass paint scheme. I loved his paint scheme for
Such
this race.
Sick paint scheme. I said before that race, it was my favorite.
Scheme. It was great. It was good to see the 8 victory lane. And just like, I was just so like, yeah, Tyler, like, no, he's a friend of the show, but it was just like, man, dude, I think everybody was a Reddick fan on Sunday. It's just like, if you didn't like that, you're obviously a Chase Elliott fan. You can go to hell. But it was so fun.
Except for Brandon.
Yeah. Except Brandon. I know you're probably not going to ever listen to this, but you don't get to be excited, and you can go back in your fucking closet. You saw me talking shit to him on Twitter? Did you see me talking shit to him?
Yeah.
I was like, don't you dare fucking say anything. He's like, dude, I gotta be happy for Reddick. And I was like, nope. I told you last week, I said, don't you fucking say anything.
Yeah, no, you said once he wins, you can't say shit.
Yeah, and that was 7 days later.
I hate this idea. Reddick shouldn't leave RCR. He just needs to win and compete at RCR in the number 8. And
I think Reddick is a hot prospect, and I think if RCR was smart, they would just – I don't know what they'll do with Austin, but they just dump every egg in the basket straight into Reddick.
I agree with that.
And, like, almost revamp RCR. And I think Reddick – I only drank a beer with him once on here, but it's like I think Reddick's almost, like, humble enough to, like, I'm going to build this team back to fucking what it could be.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Money talks, but it's like I don't see Reddick jumping shit. I think Reddick's like, hey, and then 3G now. They seem to be full on Reddick.
Well, and where would he go? Hendrick? I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Would he leave Chevy?
Yeah, I think he's a Chevy boy. But we've seen crazier things happen.
We've definitely seen crazier things, but I don't know. Jumping like manufacturers seems more of like a veteran move. Like the guys that have been around for a long time don't have a problem doing that. I don't know. I'd like to see him stick with Chevy, specifically with RCR. And if he does stick with Chevy, I just don't really see where he'd go otherwise. I think he is, it's not the best equipment, but it's good enough clearly to win. And they
made progress. They have speed. They just need a little oomph. And I think this might be a shot in the fucking arm for RCR. And like I was telling Nathan, it's like, I think we opened Pandora's box here. Reddick just finally broke through, got his fucking V card extinguished, And I think Reddick could go on a fucking roll now. Like, he's arrived. Like, what if Reddick gets some momentum going and just is a full punisher in the playoffs?
Yeah, and I don't know. I just don't like the idea of like just because the guy's talented, he should leave and go to like a faster team. Like,
No.
what if we said that about Dale Earnhardt going to Hendrick back in the day? Like, he never had good equipment at RCR, but he made it work, and they built the team around him. So,
Well, the thing is, RCR's been fast. They just have kind of fumbled every fucking chance they got. It's like, how many? I think Reddick has like 5 second place finishes this year or something like that. Like Reddick can get it done. They just need to capitalize better. It's too nice to be believing. Yeah, I don't know. I
don't think he's gonna win 15 years.
Where would he go though?
Right, and B+ team, like that's not bad. I mean, you can.
Okay. Kind of reminds me of Larson in the 42. Is that a solid comparison?
I still think he's got better equipment than Larson did in the 42, though. To be honest.
Yeah, but it kind of like was
early Larson
times.
in Ganassi but they started to take a dive. You could tell the last couple seasons Larson was in that 42. The equipment just wasn't the same.
Yeah, but
and also this is an interesting take.
Was.
This is an interesting take coming from a Truex fan who won a championship.
Nathan's seen this tried and true.
Right,
Nathan this is Nathan's hood right here.
You can get it done on a smaller team with smaller budget. I mean, I don't know.
I just meant waiting 15 years to win a championship.
Yeah, that's a good point. I just don't want to see him leave RCR. Honestly,
I think it's a good home. I just think they better fucking batten down the hatches.
They need to give him whatever he wants because he's the future. I said that when Daniel Hemrick was in the 8. I said Tyler Reddick is the future at RCR, and they need to realize it.
I think they can't afford to let him go. If they let Reddick go, like if some team bids higher, like they can't let Reddick go. If they let Reddick go, it's over. It's fucking over.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
he got it done. He got the win.
Let's be happy. RCR's back in Victory Lane. Got a win in the year. Hey.
Woo! Finally.
Fan, yeah, it's good to see. I honestly could see Reddick getting another win this year.
I mean, did you?
Regardless of playoffs, I think Reddick can win another race.
I've only watched one of the episodes of that Austin Dillon show. Was that Life in the Fast Lane?
Yeah, I watched the second one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I still haven't watched
it. They go through the rest of the Daytona 500 and talk about it. And that's it.
I mean, I was surprised, first of all. We're not going to, dive deep into the show. They mentioned something. I was surprised with how much they focused on racing instead of, his dog and stuff. That was nice. But they, I think it was Richard Childress that said in the team meeting during that show, our goal is 2 wins per team.
And he wants to be in the play, both in the playoffs.
Right. Well, with 2 wins, I mean, obviously.
You know what he meant.
Reddick's halfway there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when I heard that, granted, we were already halfway through the season, and I was like, ooh, that was your goal?
Yeah, sure.
Austin's back there like, I've never done that before. But Reddick's halfway there.
No, what cracked me up was in a fucking show, and he was like, guys, the season starts here. And I was like, you think any year before this goddamn show he did any of this shit? You think he ever showed up with a coffee yeah, I'm not coming. Or I'm not coming out there. But hey, we're doing a show. We want you to be into it. We're going to do a pit road challenge. And he's like, guys, the season starts here. Get it together. I was and they're like, what the fuck is he doing? What the fuck?
Well, it was really bad to see in that show that their backup team won.
What the fuck out of the 3 teams?
I was like, what the fuck, guys? This is what I'm used to seeing. This is how fucking trash y'all are. Nick has a good question. If Junior moved to Cup, would you be okay with Reddick?
I don't see that happening. That just doesn't sound realistic.
I don't see it happening, but look,
Money
if
talks.
He had to leave RCR, Junior did have a Cup team. I mean, sure.
I see more likely that Junior starts a Cup team and brings up Noah.
Yeah, it's such a hypothetical. Sure,
yeah.
I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate him. I mean, at Trackhouse, I'd probably rather him be there, honestly.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a goddamn weapon. You put Reddick and Chastain with little Suarez.
Oh,
Trackhouse is already fucking like laying their dick on the table.
maybe
dude.
that's the move. RCR just merges with Trackhouse and like fixes.
Well,
all
no,
their
they
problems.
filled it. They filled it their first season. Trackhouse was out of RCR. Look who's shining now, boss.
I know, that's crazy.
We didn't even got to the race.
At the beginning of that season, at the beginning of this season, I was like, yeah, Trackhouse might be like an RCR. I think we said that on the show. We were like, they'll be like a secondary RCR team, essentially. You know, they'll get some top 10s and stuff like that. But I assume they would have the same speed as RCR and all that. I mean, it's insane what they've ended up doing, way beyond our predictions.
Yeah. Trackhouse is here, dude. I'm fucking with it. I'm torn between Chastain and Reddick taking the helm. Who Young Gun's coming up. I don't know who's going to take this fucking throne from me, but those are two guys I'm looking at for sure. But dude, I think at some point we got to fucking jump into this race. We went fucking...
I've been avoiding it, if you can't.
We just been like gossiping conspiracy theories for 30 minutes.
It's so much more interesting to talk about these conspiracy theories than to actually have to talk about Road America. So
we'll just sum it up. There's a couple topics I wanted to break down with the race. I think you'll agree with me. I'm fucking like I'm done with road courses, man. Like
that's my feeling.
Like okay, and I know Nathan's probably gonna have some banner.
Yeah, Nathan's already typing.
It's like, dude, it's like, look, like I'm cool with these cars. I'm cool with the road courses. But like, hell, we've just hit 3 and we got 2 more in like the next 5 weeks. And I'm like, dude, I'm like over it. I'm over it. And I've been saying this even before this race is I was like, Road America doesn't like polish my cherry or make me mad or like, but it also doesn't make me happy or like, I'm just like, it's just there.
Right,
man.
in the middle for me too.
I don't fucking care. I don't give a shit if we go back here. I will note that I don't want to go to a goddamn city course over Road America. I don't think that's a move. However, I think that's inevitable. I just like if they were like, hey, Road America's not the biggest Chase Up fan. How can you? So if like they were like, hey, Road America's not on the schedule next season, I'm like, yeah, that's fine, whatever.
Yep.
But if they were like, Road America's back on the schedule next year, I'd be like, okay. I guess.
Yeah, I think I'd have the same expression either way.
I don't care.
But,
I don't care. But
goddamn, they said Road America is off the schedule to be replaced by a street course in Chicago.
I think that's a boo. That's a thumbs down for me. Like that was a dumbass mistake. However, I think that's what's going to happen. I don't want to see Canadian Tire and Roval. I don't want to see that. I think it's time to talk about maybe taking Roval off schedule. That's another hot take. Roval's fun. Roval's great. I don't think it belongs in the playoffs. I also think that, like, maybe we just do the Coke 600. Maybe do the All-Star and Coke 600. And that's the only time.
Okay, the All-Star and Charlotte.
Do the All-Star back to Charlotte, do the Coke 600,
and
that's it on Charlotte.
I was going to say, because NASCAR isn't just going to do one race in Charlotte. There's no fucking way.
Well, that or, whatever.
I mean, there's no way. That's their.
Give me 2 oval races. Hey, what like DBC said is we went to the Roval because the Charlotte race was getting so boring, and we just saw the 600 was one of the baddest ass races of the year, and now we're going back to the Roval for fucking what?
The 600 was the best race of the year.
So far, yes.
In my opinion.
And so maybe replace the Roval with something fucking else. I don't know. Maybe replace it with a
Rockingham.
Oh, God.
Right down the street from Charlotte. You get the same market. Bring it back.
I will take Iowa 3 times a year over
I was just going to say
America.
Iowa, actually.
I'll take both of those over Road America.
I still think people overhype Chicagoland, but
I thought Chicago gave us some great races, especially late.
It also gave us some snooze fests, though.
Dude, what was it, Nathan? 2015 playoff race? 14-15 playoff race where Kevin and Johnson door each other into the wall and Brad wins.
Yeah, okay.
Truex kicking ass. Kyle Busch versus Larson, door banging in the wall on the last lap.
You can do this about any track. I mean, I don't know.
That was fucking Chicago, man.
I just feel like people just have rose-colored glasses and they're not remembering the bad times.
Hey, okay. 2022, Old Slick Chicago with the next-gen car. What race do you think we get out of that?
Wait, answer again. Ask again. I was reading Nathan's comment.
Oh. Whatever your picks, I say 4 is a good number, 1 per quarter. 3. I think that's okay. I'm okay with 1 road course in the playoffs. I don't. I like Roval's really grown on me, But I'm also kind of like Roval's right there with Road America.
I think one road course in the playoffs is a perfect amount.
And I think Watkins Glen is that road course.
Yep, I agree. All right, ask your questions again. I'm sorry, I completely ignored you.
I don't even remember.
Okay, cool.
So I just think I'm burnt out by road courses, and we have 3 left in the season. So I'm just kind of like, all right, man, let's get it over with.
I can't remember the last time I just wasn't as excited about a race on the 4th of July weekend. Like this was coming around and I was just kind of like, okay.
That's a whole nother topic. It's like, I'm excited for Watkins Glen. I love Watkins Glen. I'll vote that is the best road course on the schedule. I
don't know if anybody would disagree with that.
I don't think any road course belongs to even exist. I don't think it should be on the schedule at all. I was totally cool. I think Indy Oval or nothing. Like, you don't go to Indy or you go to Indy Oval. Like, that's where I am on that. The Roval, it is what it is. It's grown on me, but I'm also like, if it went away, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's had some pretty good races. So I agree with you that if we're gonna have a road course, put it at a road course.
I'd rather go back to Rockingham.
Right.
I'd rather go to Iowa. I'd rather go to Chicago. I'd rather, do anything fucking else.
And he doesn't deserve to exist. And he's not talking about the track, folks. He's talking about the state of Indiana. It doesn't deserve to exist. Let's destroy the state of Indiana and Indianapolis.
Fuck the Colts. So that's where I sit. I think it's too much. It's too much. I think 4 is a good number. 1 per quarter of the season.
I can tell you this much. All right. We both watched the race. It was pretty boring. The coverage was great. And the only exciting part was Reddick trying to pass Elliott, which was really exciting. That was a good battle. I mean, the fact that Elliott was able to get right in front of him coming off pit road, and then they had to battle for the lead.
That was the only part of that race that was like fun.
I was like upset that Chase ended up getting in front of him coming off pit road because I was like, damn, that was his only chance. But then that battle was so great that I was like, oh, I'm kind of glad he.
But if we don't get that battle, dude,
this would have been a snooze fest from start to finish. Not to mention, Reddick passes Elliott, and we still got 17 laps of this long-ass fucking road course, and he just kind of starts to cruise away, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So, and all I could think of for those 17 laps was like, how does Reddick lose this race? I kept thinking, I was thinking that something happens and a caution comes out. I kept thinking that. And that's another thing is that, canceling the plans just watch. So, I definitely will, and that's the thing. For the season finale, Daytona has been really fun. It was not a bad move. However, the July 4th Daytona race was so traditional and iconic. It was fucking iconic NASCAR.
It was the most beautiful America you could get.
And that's one thing with this race is they're like, ooh, this paint schemes. And I was like, it's not. I'd rather see that under the lights at Daytona.
I'd
rather see that car under the lights at Daytona.
They've tried to make this a thing because the name America is in the title of
and that's the only thing that gets this track a pass is it's Road America on 4th of July, but I don't think this thing it works.
And they haven't done a very good job of marketing that. Like, that's the craziest part. They weren't hyping that up. They weren't like, this is America. They weren't doing everything
it doesn't feel it still doesn't feel right. And listening to the teardown this morning was like they were like, okay. They said apparently it seems Road America is not going to be on the schedule next year. So what race do you sub in for 4th of July next year? What race could go here to take its place? However, you keep jumping around. You keep jumping around this 4th of July race. This was the 4th venue now we've had, or Daytona. We went to fucking Indy.
Iconic.
Third. Yeah. So
4th.
So if we went to Chicago Street Course on 4th of July, that would be the 4th venue. And do you think Chicago Street Course lasts? I don't. I think that lasts.
I think the selling factor on the Chicago Street Course for 4th of July is you may not get fireworks, but the amount of gunshots constantly going off will make you think there's fireworks.
Oh my God.
So that's a positive.
So I think we can't just we need to find something that'll stick with 4th of July. I think it needs to be a night race. And I think a good fucking fit here is if you're going to keep tossing around Atlanta with 2 dates or Atlanta 1 date, I don't care, is Atlanta night race under the lights, 4th of July. It's a southern track. It's a fucking speedway now. Is like a super speedway is like, I think there's something there that would be more exciting than Road America. I'm okay with that. I think that would be awesome, but just Road America just isn't fitting. And I fucking Chicago Street Course damn sure isn't fitting.
What was Gluck's good?
I don't know which ones he's referencing to.
I
He made
know.
a
I kind of
bunch.
wish he would have specified.
But it's not Road America. I just doesn't seem the same since we left Daytona. However, the regular season no, that's a no.
Darkington, never heard of it.
No, that's yeah, and then
Just
3
kidding.
weeks later go back for September. That doesn't work. So
No, I think he was saying like you would move that up.
you want to leave Labor Day to go to 4th of July?
I don't know. I think that's what he's probably saying, but I personally don't. I like Labor Day. I think it should only be Labor Day, actually. I mean, that's...
Yeah, I think I'm okay. I don't think all these tracks deserve 2 dates. However, do not fuck with my super speedway races.
Yeah.
If you take away Dega race, we're going to have problems. If you take away Daytona race, we're going to have problems.
I don't think NASCAR is that stupid.
No,
I think they're willing to try a
stupid.
lot of things, but I think they're smart enough to know not to touch those tracks.
Pocono 4th of July, I don't know if that really fits either. That's more of an Like, I'm okay
honestly,
with
the
Pocono,
best thing I've heard so far.
I think it has to be a night race.
The best thing I've heard so far is Atlanta under the lights.
I think you need a night race with fireworks. It
could bring some life to Atlanta.
Bring some life to Atlanta. A little pizzazz. Give 1 date. No, not Homestead. Homestead's in the play. I definitely want Homestead in the playoffs. I like that move with Homestead in the playoffs now. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's enough. And I don't know, man. I just think the Road America is not the fit. I don't think I don't think going to Chicago at all is a good fit for American safety and safety of fans. But that's a whole nother subject. But dude, just this race, and this is what, bro, talking about being boring and shit, brings me into our next subject of the problem. Oh God, Amber Alert, Palm Beach, kidnapped child.
Jesus.
So another problem is, hey, we don't need stage racing and road courses. We don't need stage races. So just let them take the green. So Chase Elliott had like a fucking 8-second lead in the first stage. He had like before he pit. Let me back up before I get corrected. The flip-flopping strategy. Do you want the points or do you want to win the race? You want the points, win the race. And people get bummed about that. However, if we just kept going green here, I think Chase Elliott wins this race with like a 40-second lead. He he just cruises around. You know how Reddick kind of cruised around that last 17 laps? Chase Elliott cruises around for 37 laps and just maintains his lead and pits when he needs to and gets the win. Can you imagine the fucking inferno that would be on Twitter after this? People would be losing their fucking minds about how boring the race was boring with the stage cautions. Is how boring this race would be if we just never had a caution at all.
Yeah.
And imagine third place being like 2 fucking minutes back.
Yeah.
Dude, these kids and this generation would fucking lose it. And I agree. Me and Nathan agree 100% on this. Is also, you can't sit here and be like, well, at these tracks, we do these rules. And at this track, we do this rule. And at those tracks, we do these other different rules. It's already too much. It's
the more complicated we make NASCAR, the more fans are going to tune out.
It's too much, dude. It all needs to stay the same. And I keep seeing a lot of people and a lot of sayings about we don't need stage races at road courses. And I'm really worried that like NASCAR might listen to that. Like, no, just keep the stages. I'm okay with it. We have to sacrifice some road courses.
Hey, if that's what it takes to get more of these road courses off the schedule, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
If they need to see some snooze fests at some boring ass road course for them to say, all right, maybe we shouldn't have so many of these on the schedule. Okay. And give me a year of that. I'll just tune out.
One of Nathan's favorite quotes is that NASCAR fans hate change and they hate the way things are. And I also think NASCAR fans need to quit bitching, me and yourself included. All we do is bitch. All we do is like to bitch. We very rarely talk about the good stuff. All we do is bitch about what we hate. Which takes me next to our next segment, the good, bad, and ugly of this weekend.
All we do is bitch. All right. So anyway, here's the good.
So the good, bad, and ugly. The good, I mean, no brainer. I think we both agree. Maybe we can swap it up. Is a Red Dog gets it done. Reddick wins the 8-card in Victory Lane. It's all fucking good. Alumni of the show in Victory Lane. I like saying that.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Okay, my good, since I don't want to try to steal yours.
RCR, baby.
I was just gonna say, is RCR finally getting into Victory Lane? I'm an RCR guy, and that was great to see. It was great to see. I've always been big on Reddick since he came in too. So it was really cool to get to watch him finally get his first win. He and Torres have completely saved the last two boring ass road course races in my opinion. So thank you guys for all you do, so I don't have to fall asleep.
Ooh, that is a good one. So that'll take me into my bad. My bad is Road America is just too goddamn long. Yes, that is true. Road America is too long. I think they took like 4 commercial breaks during stage breaks. Like they showed us footage, talked about pit stops, talked about stuff, and the cars were still making laps under caution, and they were like, "Oh, back to commercial," because like that was the time to get commercials in, and like I counted like 4 commercial breaks during the caution laps. I think it was like 30 minutes per caution. It's like that track's just too long. Like, and my thought is like, we'll make a chicane where they cut the track in half. Oh, that'll break up the fuel strategy. Well, that's what these guys get paid for. Okay, they need to accumulate. If we cut the track in half, what's going to happen? I don't know. I'm an asshole, but it's like, this track's too fucking long.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
My bad is Bubba's pit crew, because if he had a better pit crew, he would have won a championship by now.
Oh, if he had a better pit crew, he wouldn't have fucking backed it in the gravel in the turn 1. That goddamn pit crew.
That's gonna be my bad from now on. Is Bubba's pit crew?
Yeah.
Or I guess Seabell's pit crew. Now moving forward. Or wait, does that make Seabell's pit crew going to Bubba's the cursed one, because now they're gonna get blamed for everything too? So
yeah. All of a sudden, Christopher Bell starts knocking off fucking money stops, and they're like the best on the fucking pit road.
All right, what do you got for the ugly?
The ugly is NBC not making up their fucking mind on what channel they're gonna fucking play on. And here it is. I hate to throw them right in the bracket here with Fox in the ultimate ugly category, but Nashville weekend, pre-race is on Peacock. You guys subscribe to. The race is on NBC.
That messed me up bad.
The race is on NBC that you got to pay for cable, but you can also watch on Peacock you just paid for. And then post-race is on Peacock, so if you didn't fucking pay for Peacock, you can't watch the post-race. So flip back to fucking Peacock. And then, hey, this weekend, everything's on USA. We're going to do pre-race, race, and post-race on USA. So if you bought cable, you're good to go. But if you bought Peacock, that doesn't fucking matter. We're not playing on Peacock this weekend. I think where there's a problem here, I am fucking loving NBC. Oh, God bless fucking NBC. Is I don't know what the fuck's going on.
They did stream it. It wasn't on Peacock. It was on NBCSN.
Yeah. No, well that went away. They did away with NBCSN.
No, dude, I watched it on that.
Well, I have Peacock, and they said it's not
Peacock. NBCSN.
Oh, I thought they did away with it. Anyways,
no, it was. No,
they said this weekend. They said the race is on USA and it didn't stream on Peacock.
Nathan's telling you that you should just pay for Peacock.
Yeah, no, literally this weekend. No, this weekend they didn't.
Don't you
play
have
on
Peacock?
Yeah, they didn't play on Peacock. They played on USA.
Right. Yeah.
Like USA is not Peacock.
No, I was confused.
NBC is USA. I don't fucking get it.
I was confused.
And I think the confusion's unnecessary.
Because I had to watch it in the car while I was driving to families' houses. And thankfully, Bob tweeted that if you had to stream it, it was on NBCSN. Because I went to Peacock and I was like, what the fuck? Where is it? So I only found out because he tweeted it. But yeah, I was freaking out for a minute too. It was all fucked up.
It's fucked up. Yeah. Imagine the fans that don't have Peacock, Nathan. Is like imagine being like, oh, what the fuck? Like, oh wait, what? So now I have to buy Peacock and I have to buy fucking cable.
Yeah, I think
that's the toss up.
Nathan, I think what Dakota's saying is if they're all on Peacock, no problem. We'll all pay for it. Good to know. The problem is some of it's here, some of it's here, some of it's here. And it's kind of a headache to like figure out.
Yeah, they're playing on 3 different fucking channels.
I agree. That threw me off.
It's unnecessary confusion.
It threw me off as well because I had to pull it up on my phone while I was like driving. I wasn't driving; I was in the car. But I had to pull it up on my phone, and it threw me off at first as well because it wasn't on the Peacock app.
Yeah,
which I downloaded on my phone just to be able to watch the race driving.
It's fucking confusing, man.
My ugly is the amount of road courses we have on the schedule.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. We've both been against that since they added this many to the schedule, and I think we have been proven right. We've been wrong a couple times, only a handful. This was not one of them. I think we've been proven right with how boring some of these road course races have been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree there. We got to do something. And the only unfortunate thing is I don't think that number is going to decrease.
Yeah, and it's just sad with how many great races we've seen from this new car. But because of the schedule, we're kind of forced to watch these like boring road course races when it's like, man, we could be at a track and watch a really fun race this weekend. Like,
well, here's the thing. Here's the
too.
thing. There's good road course races and there's like not so good road course races.
Yeah.
Coda was a fun race. Do you remember anything besides that last lap?
Right. Yeah.
So the last lap was fun and bumping and banging and shooting guys off the track. That was all fun. Okay. So do you remember anything else about the race besides Daniel Suarez getting fucked out of his run?
Right. No, because it's a road course. I don't remember any of it other than the like 2 minutes of excitement.
Do you remember Sonoma and like anything else besides Daniel Suarez winning?
No. God, no. Sonoma was.
Do you remember anything about this race besides Tyler Reddick winning?
No, I just said, yeah, it's literally the only thing I remember from the race was that happening.
Yeah. And like there were some little highlights like Logano wrecked Bubba and Bubba came back and moved him off the track somehow. And then Kyle Larson put the bumper to Ross Chastain. Maybe that comes back to bite him. I don't know. There was a couple little bumping and banging moments, but like there was only like a few of them. So like NBC was like, Jesus.
I mean, do you remember us recapping the Coke 600 miles of just pure chaos? And we had to like go down a laundry list of things, exciting things that happened that we were like, I don't know if I remember everything that happened. It was so much excitement. And then you come to something like this and you're like, well, let's just talk about conspiracy theories on what driver might end up in what car, because that's more exciting than talking about this fucking race. And It's so sad because this is Tyler Reddick's first win. It should be.
And I think that's the only uptake of this race here is like Tyler Reddick got done at Road America. That's awesome. RCR and Victory Lane. But then like the rest of the race was like, we were this close just watching a Chase Elliott.
Can you imagine if Reddick didn't make the pass and just never caught him and Chase just pulled away and got the dub?
Yes. So we were very close to
I mean, this would be obviously better than Texas All-Star, but like it would be down there without Reddick winning.
Yeah. So that'll take us right into our race rating of the week.
All right. I'm getting them.
Here at Chairgatin.
Getting them pulled up.
Not even looking at the stats. I'm just going to give a wild fucking rating.
Do you want to know what like
what I rate Coda and Sonoma?
Okay, Sonoma, I gave it a 7.2. That was too high. Oh, it's because I promised I would give it a better rating if Suarez won.
Oh, yeah, you did.
You gave it a 6.8.
Yeah,
let's see. What else did you want? Coda?
Coda. Yeah.
I gave it a 7. You gave it a 7.7.
Oh my God, what was this? Oh my God. I was so high. I was high off of Ross. I was high off my boy Ross Chastain. So I gave Sonoma 6.8.
Yep, 6.8.
I don't even. Damn it. I give this a. God damn it. This is a tough one. I don't want to give it the same score. I'm going to give it a 6.9 for my boy Reddick.
Nice.
And I think that's too high. But I give it a 6.9 because of the implications.
Of course.
And because of our boy Reddick. And it was okay. It was okay road course. I think we're dampening the track more than we are actually what we watched. Just more like we're fed up with road courses.
Honestly, this is gonna hurt. I mean, look at what I'm fucking wearing. Yeah. Obviously, I'm excited about the win. Like, this is gonna hurt. 5.9.
Wow.
I did not like this race, man. Wow. And if I never watched it again, I would be okay with that. And if I ever watch any of this again, it will just be that very short battle of Reddick.
Well, you told me, because you said you were at a family function, you were going to watch it on your way home, and I said, just watch the final stage.
Yeah, and I didn't listen. I actually watched the entire thing, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And you were like, don't look at Twitter, don't do anything, and I was like,
I was still fucking drunk off Reddit.
I'm watching Chase pull away, and I'm like, I was like, I swear Dakota's just fucking with me at this point. It's like, this is the worst race I've seen all season, and he's just fucking with me.
No.
Thankfully, it paid off. You know, you were right. But yeah, other than that, this was one of the worst races of the year. Maybe the second worst
race of
race
the year. No, Martinsville wins that one.
of worst race of the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, Texas All-Star wins that.
That doesn't count as All-Star.
It counts. It was a race.
Oh my God. Okay, All-Star.
I said it's one of the worst races of the year. I didn't say it's the worst race.
All right.
Yeah. It's bottom 3 probably right now.
Yeah,
in my opinion. I don't know. I'm sure there's other people that love road course racing and they thought it wasn't that bad. I was honestly pretty bored, unfortunately.
Yeah, I literally was just kind of just like, oh yeah, I'm watching it. And then the only thing that got me excited was Reddick making that run.
Yep.
If that doesn't happen, this race is bad.
Yeah. I mean, that was a badass battle right there, but that was it. Just that little, you can just go watch that like 2-minute clip of him battling Elliott and getting the pass.
Yeah.
And then Elliott trying to like get the pass back and he doesn't really get it. That's like 2 minutes. Just save your time. Go rewatch that clip, and that's all you need.
Watch 20 to go. You'll be straight.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I just don't think this track comes back. And then I've also heard like, well, maybe they take it off and they come back in a couple of years. And I hate it because it seems like this track gets a really good fan base. It seems like it's a fun track to camp at. It seems like the whole area loves the racing.
It's so bittersweet because I'm like, I kind of wanted to see on the schedule just because I love seeing those fans out there having fun. Like that's a big part of NASCAR.
Yeah. That's a big demographic right there, but it's like for the rest of the world, this wasn't too fun. And then the drivers love it. They're like, "Oh, that track was fun."
Exactly, the drivers love it, and I just think a big part of NASCAR that we've lost, that we're trying to kind of get back, especially since COVID and everything, is going to the track, camping out, bringing your friends, bringing your family, like making a weekend out of it, having a good time. That's like a big part of NASCAR. Yeah. And I think that's a lot of NASCAR fans. That's when you become a real fan, is when you do something like that. So it could be a track that really does bring in a lot of fans. So it's kind of bittersweet. I don't know if it should be off the schedule just for that.
Yeah, I just think it's almost just like, I'm sorry, it's not you, it's me.
That's exactly what it is, actually. That's 100% what it is. And it's actually that this time. We're not lying and saying it's you. It really is.
Yeah. It just is like, as we go on, sorry, Road America. I honestly don't think we go to Road America next year.
What, that time when Reddick won there?
Oh, but dude, hey, we're going to Atlanta Super Speedway Atlanta Super Speedway.
Super Mini Speedway.
That's what I need. Atlanta Mini Speedway. Oh, that's a good one. That's what I've heard a lot of stuff like they're calling it Atlanta Super Speedway now. And it's like, this is one that I think is appropriate.
No, you can't do it. You can't do it. It has to be the length. I don't care how the racing is. It has to be the length. I have a hard cutoff there. What are you looking at? What are you
I'm talking about work tomorrow something. Sorry.
Fun.
I know. I'm sorry. So fucking Atlanta, dude. I am so torn that I won't be there. It's unfortunate, but dude, I think we see a new winner. I also think we could see a guy get his third win.
Ooh.
But yeah, I was just like, oh man, like I don't know what's gonna happen here. I think this is gonna be a very big wild card. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm kind of excited to see this Atlanta race. They're very much fucking up not making this night race. You got 2 dates in both days. Like it's the middle of July.
Right. That really makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Like you have lights. It's hot as shit. I truly don't understand. Just like I hate the 3:00 start time that we had for Road America.
Yeah, I don't like that time. I think this should be a Saturday night race. Those fans are gonna fry and get sunburned as shit. I'm very bummed I'm not gonna be there. I also think I'm worried we're not gonna see a good crowd here. It's July, Atlanta in the sunlight.
I think you're right. Yeah,
just like last year, they gave Atlanta 2 dates, and the spring race was popping. The summer race was nothing.
It looks bad. Yeah,
I don't even think a repave is gonna help. I think this crowd is gonna be pathetic.
It's hot, dude. I kind of understand. Like, when it gets that fucking hot, it's like I can just watch it at home, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got implications, going on, and I'm not gonna be there, and I'm like not even that upset about it. I'm
Yeah,
just kind of,
I mean, it's gonna be hot.
yeah, it's gonna be hot as fuck. At least, bravo to fucking Atlanta, letting fans bring their coolers and beers and waters and whatever extinguishables they want.
Yeah, I love how they posted it too.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a slap in the face to Nashville.
Check that out, baby. Waters, beers, you name it. I don't care if it's glass, motherfucker. All right.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm Atlanta too is I also think is like, okay, we done tried this in the spring. We didn't know what we were gonna see. Now I think, crew chiefs teams, they got a better understanding. It's like I think some guys really stand out here too. I think this race could be crazier.
Well, you want to get into some picks?
Yeah, let's get right into it.
Because it sounds like you got some ideas, and I'm interested.
Oh, I mean, I'll jump right off the rip. That'll bring you right to this week's At the Line picks. We'll just give you 3 lineups real quick. I mean, where do I start? Where I'm going to give you these. We're going to jump into straight off. Tyler Reddick, our winner, over Chase Elliott. Who do you got at the line?
I'm going to go Reddick here.
Absolutely. That's fucking right. RCR with the fucking power. I think you know what always pisses me off, especially being an anti-Chase Elliott guy and not only being a Georgia boy myself, is they're always like Chase Elliott, home track advantage. The comes home to Atlanta. It's like he fucking owns the place, and it's like just got all these stats here. Never fucking won. I mean, I think that day comes soon enough. Is like when he wins, it'll be a fucking shit show. But it's like they always hype up like Chase Elliott's gonna win every Atlanta race. I don't know if that's just me noticing, or like every time I go to Atlanta, they hype it up like Chase Elliott's gonna win at his home race, and it's like, no, he's not.
Also, am I crazy, or is Dawsonville like pretty far from that track?
Oh, absolutely. Dawsonville's actually a nice. There's like a newer like shopping centers, a Taco Mac, a fucking Longhorn.
In Dawsonville?
Dawsonville. And
you got a Taco Mac? That's my shit.
No, well then you take like this little squiggly old town road up into the old 1950 city square, and it's like all run down and shit, and there's like one church, and then that's where the pool hall is and all that crap. And it's like it's like old school nice, but it's like when you go, and then you take a little road, and it's like new Dawsonville where there's like a Tanger and fucking shopping centers and shit. Yeah, they make it sound like Chase Elliott was like sitting on his papa's lap, like chewing on straw and shit. Like, no. And it's fucking 2.5 hours from fucking Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, give me another pick.
Ooh, so this one, like we were talking about, who finished out of who? Austin Dillon or Bubba Wallace?
Ooh, I wish I could say this one's difficult, but it's gonna be Austin Dillon by far and away.
Ooh, because I'm gonna take Bubba Wallace.
You goddamn fool.
I think they bring a fucking hot rod. He's got a new pit crew, and I think Bubba Wallace gets a solid 5th place finish here, and talks about how he was so close.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. He definitely will have the equipment to win here. Do I think he'll finish the race? No.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one too.
I think Austin Dillon's gonna get top 10 for sure.
Yeah, I can see that. If he doesn't get, I think we see some wrecks. I think we see some like.
That's what I'm worried about. I mean, that's what happened last time they were here. But yeah, if he can stay out of wrecks, which he's been doing, pretty well about. The only thing he fucks up is himself.
Yeah,
he can stay out of the wrecks, but yeah, I think I'm pretty confident he's gonna get a top 10 here.
Okay. Who finishes out of who? Kevin Harvick or Martin Truex Jr.?
Oh, buddy. Both need a win, really. I mean, yeah. I know Truex is like in the bubble, but like, nobody's really in without a win at this point. So I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's why I was just trying to make it hard.
Truex. But I mean, I could see the argument on either way on that one.
That's the only thing is, like, in the spring race, Kevin had a fucking hot rod, but then he got wrecked. Like a lot of guys did. A lot of guys were fast and got wrecked. It's like, I think Kevin had a hot rod, led his most laps of the year there, but then got turned in that wreck.
Yeah.
I think that happens, and that's why I think we see a new winner here. I think we get a new winner.
Trick's got top 10. So he did well as well. I mean,
he survived. Trick's one of those, like, Denny Hamlins. He, like, hangs out, waits it out, and strikes the
right.
Ooh, Steven coming out early. Ryan Blaney's not underdog, so we'll just nip that in the bud.
No, he's saying his pick is Ryan Blaney. His underdog pick is Keselowski.
Well, that doesn't count either. Brett Keselowski's
I know,
a
it
champion.
doesn't, but I was just correcting.
It's okay, Steven. We appreciate it.
Also, I do want to mention Ryan Blaney.
Dude, so they keep talking too. It's like, Blaney's plus 112 in points. He's good. It's like, dude, that's like 2 bad races from being on the line. Like,
I mean, not to mention he doesn't have a win.
Doesn't have a win. Truex doesn't have a win. Christopher Bell doesn't have a win. Kevin Hart doesn't have a win. Eric Almirola doesn't have a win. Bubba Wallace doesn't have a win. Austin Dillon doesn't have a win. There's a lot of names in there that could win. Michael McDowell this season. What the fuck? Dude, like, McDowell is so hot right now.
Yeah.
I really, unfortunately, he's not going to fall in our underdog category because that motherfucker, I'd put him getting a win before Kevin Harvick.
I just think it's crazy. Blaney's second in points.
Second in points, but out, like, on the verge of missing the playoffs.
Yeah, because I think everybody would have to. There would have to be 16 winners, right?
So yeah, if there's 17 winners, then we got a problem. 16 winners is like winners are in.
Right, but I'm saying, like, if he didn't win and there's 16 winners, he'd get knocked out. But that's what it would. But that's what it would take, I think, to knock him out at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's the only thing.
There's a chance he doesn't make it.
What if he gets in a wreck early at Atlanta and then they go to fucking Watkins Glen and he blows a motor, or something?
That's
then all them points are going to get, like, knocked in half.
Yeah,
is just say some crazy shit happens. I know it's not likely, but what if that happens? As I'm not, like, if you don't have a win, you're fucking sweat.
It's crazy he doesn't have a win yet this season.
And they keep talking too. Is like, we're not going to have 16 winners. I'm like, dude, there's 8 races left and 3 wins away from having 16 winners.
Right.
It's very doable. If it was like
Especially
3 races left, I'm like, I don't see it happening.
Especially this season.
This
has been crazy.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I think this race, and with Steven talking about Keselowski, I hate when they're like, oh, he's at a must win. Well, no fucking shit. I think it was at a must win when the season started.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but Keselowski's little speedway racing. I mean, if it's not here, going to Daytona, you saw how fast he was in the 500. Like,
right.
Keselowski is going to be a fucking bloodhound at Daytona when we go.
I mean, I think honestly, with the team he's with this year and everything,
I think
super
it's just
speedways are his only chance.
Yeah, and also, is he even in top 30 yet in points?
Oh man, I've completely forgot about him, which is
I haven't
crazy.
even either.
No respect. Yeah, he's number 30th.
He's 30th in points. Okay, so if he wins, he's in. And that's the thing, dude. Like,
beneath Todd Gilliland and Harrison Burton. Jesus.
Well, he had that 100-point penalty. Remember?
Oh, okay.
The cheating penalty. Well, here's the thing. Do you think Ricky Stenhouse could win this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Honestly, yeah.
I think Chris Buescher could win this weekend. I think Michael McDowell could win this weekend. I think Austin Dillon or Eric Jones could win this weekend.
Kevin Harvick.
I think Kevin Hart. Like, that's like 10 guys I think could win this weekend.
Bubba Wallace.
Yeah. So
Bubba Wallace has the equipment. I don't know.
People are saying that, there's not going to be 3 more winners. Like, I think there's a very fucking good chance.
No, we got a list of guys. Any given year, probably not. But this year, yeah, I could see them all getting wins. That's how crazy it is.
Absolutely, dude. I think we see it, man. I kind of want to see it. Like, I want to see this.
Oh, I definitely want to see it.
It'll be different. And that's another thing taking us to the playoffs is we're not seeing these guys with 9 wins, 10 wins, 8 wins. Like, the most guys with wins, there's like 4 of them with 2.
2, yeah.
So going into the first round of playoffs is going to be fucking hectic. I think maybe 1 or 2 guys gets a 3rd win.
And there's only, 5 guys with 2 wins? Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain, Joey Logano,
Denny Hamlin,
Willie B, Denny Hamlin. 5 guys.
That's them. So I could see one of those guys winning in the next 8 weeks. So they go into the playoffs with a 3-race points and all their stage points. They're still not going to – they're going to go in with like plus 20, not plus 61, you know. Like
right.
they're one race away from fucking up the whole first round.
Right, yeah.
So the playoffs are going to be nuts, man. I just think the biggest thing about going to Atlanta is this should be a night race.
I mean, Willie B, definitely. I could see him fucking up right away.
Yeah, and that'll be such a bummer because I think, well, he was having his best season, and it's
Right.
just it seems like they put the pause button on that show.
Yeah.
But dude, I think I'm gonna take my underdog straight up. We're gonna go here. Oh, God, does this guy count? I keep being like, oh, he's an underdog. Wait, no, he's not. He's an underdog. No, he's not. I'm gonna stick with who I've stick with a lot. Can't be a winner this year. Can't be in the playoffs last year. I am going with Chris Buescher, man. He's been showing a lot of speed. He was another top 10 at a road course last week at Road America. He fucking went fucking backwards across the line in spring Atlanta.
Top
He's been
10,
good at super speedways.
Yeah, top 10 in Atlanta.
So I'm going to take Chris Buescher as my underdog.
Okay. I feel like maybe you passed on this pick for me. And so thank you if you did. Austin Dillon, my underdog.
Yeah.
Dude, could have won here last time honestly, I thought he was going to get a fucking win here. So I know he can race here. I know he's good here. I'm hoping Reddick's win lights a fucking fire under his ass. And he's like, okay, we're going for a fucking win. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take. Like, if Reddick, your team,
as long as he doesn't get wrecked, you know.
I mean, look, if he races like he did here last time we were here and he wrecks going for the win, I won't be upset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if he's going for it, fuck it.
Yep. But that's my underdog.
I think we'll see a crazy race Sunday, man. And my winner of the week, I think this guy clocks off one. We get 14 winners, and I think this guy had a shot in the spring until he pushed his buddy into the corner. I think Ryan Blaney gets the dub.
Yeah.
Good speedway racer. He was up front last race here. Blaney's just good at these races, man. He puts himself in the right spot. I think he clocks off that goose egg and gets a win.
Well, I'm having to try to think now because I don't know if you could tell, but I was kind of hyping that up to be my race pick. I said I want to talk about Ryan Blaney in a minute.
I don't even remember you saying that.
Yeah. Well, when he brought up Blaney as the pick, that's why I was like, "Oh, I want to talk about."
I was going between Ross and Blaney.
Okay. Well, then I'll take Ross because that's also a really good pick.
Ross is so hot right now, and he was up front late last time too.
I mean, it's always a good pick. But
one day go in the spring. It was
I
up
liked
front
Blaney.
Here in the spring.
I liked Blaney because I know he can win here, and I know I'm pretty sure even if he's like, oh, I don't need a win to get into the playoffs, it's almost like Blaney getting in the playoffs off points alone and not a win is a disappointment for him.
Yeah.
It should be, at least. I hope it is. Based on what he's used to for his performances, he should be disappointed if he points his win in the playoffs without a win.
Yeah.
So I could see him being really aggressive, wanting to finally get this dub.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I think those are good picks.
Yep.
Well, shit, man.
Did any of us pick Reddick for last week?
No, I don't think so. I ain't got my book. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. We always pick Reddick. I'd be surprised if we did. He's like a continual underdog pick. So.
Oh, I got him written down at the house. I'm just at the hotel.
Yeah.
But shit, man. I fucking broke it down. We talked enough about conspiracy theories and a little bit about road course racing.
Too much about road course racing, not enough about conspiracy theories, in my opinion.
That's more right. That's more right. But shit, hey, I may or may not be on the episode next week. Tune in to find out.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I know. That's
Are you saying why? Like, have you told people anything?
No, I haven't told anybody.
Okay.
For implications.
Okay. He's getting his penis removed finally.
I have to go on my own.
It's a surgery that he's been wanting to do.
I have to go on my own mysterious quest. I'm going in
manhood.
Looking for the lost world city of gold.
All right. Well,
all right, man.
Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, this episode wasn't as fun because it's a road course. And like me and Dakota were talking before we even got on. We're like, what the fuck are we going to talk about? Because we talked for like 10 minutes before we went live, and we were like, oh, well, we just summed up the entire race. So
I guess we'll just repeat
yeah.
ourselves.
So thanks for tuning in. We will have an episode next week. Just not sure if Dakota will be here. And maybe we can update you then.
Hey, that'll work.
All right.
Hey, it's been fun, y'all.
Oh, also, brought to you by
Never
Eats. Eats
Never
Official.
forget how cool we look.
Yeah, eatsofficial.com. 10% off Chairgatin. Also, this is the pair I was rocking for the 4th.
Hey.
Red, white, and
Yeah,
blue, baby.
I don't expect anything less.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.